study has confirmed that women view men with psychopathic traits as more attractive. Now, I didn't finish the article just because I got sidetracked last night stabbing the spacesuit to my fingers with a butterfly knife, so maybe you could elaborate.
Until now, the link between psychopathy and attractiveness to women has only been speculated. That's how far I got because I started playing Russian roulette again, and after a gun click, I started laughing hysterically and knocked my computer over.
And I would have finished it later, but I spent the night driving too fast down a dark road, staring at the passenger, whispering, "You ever feel like none of this is real?" Which I know is a little loco.
And I would have fixed my computer had I not spent my night standing on train tracks, ignoring the warning bells, then calmly walking off the track at the last second, smoking a cigarette, which my principal referred to as deranged.
Speaking of cigarettes, when they say psychopathic, would that include putting a cigarette out on my tongue before leaving a couple "let the games begin" messages on answering machines using a voice box? Because I know it's a little disturbed, but...
Well, I'm more concerned if it covers looking at a picture of my deceased mother screaming, "You never believed me," because I didn't like the way she looked at me while I fed my taxidermy lizard, because obviously I got a couple screws loose.
By the way, can I just give you one last warning to do this podcast to your own risk, because everyone around me does eventually get hurt?
Well, I hope not, because if we have a falling out, I'm going to have to put your Polaroid up on my enemy's wall, and at that point, there's no telling what kind of twisted things I'm capable of, especially once the voices start.
Shouldn't be a problem, since I don't feel pain, I am pain, and I've already written what I would do in that scenario in my manifesto using blood for ink, which my therapist says is a little cuckoo, but she'll get hers.
You know, I think the Leafs are going to take the cup this year. They got a good squad.
This guy's demented.
The boys.
It's the BOYSCAST.
The lads.
It's the BOYSCAST.
The dudes.
Prepare yourself for BOYSCAST.
The bros.
It's the BOYSCAST.
The homies.
It's the BOYSCAST.
The dudes.
Experience the BOYSCAST.
The boys. Cast.
This is the Boys Cast, #1 podcast for the boys, the fellas, the amigos.
In the world.
Ryan Long, Danny Polishuk. We were hard at work recording extra episodes that are going to be coming out. That's the kind of things that we do out here. Take the people into account.
Grinding,
making sure that we're trying to make people happy. That's all we do.
We're fucking Sigma males over here on that grind.
One quick thing, and I hate always coming back with my plane stories because I feel like people are a bit sick of them. Yeah. But I went to the Midwest.
Yeah.
And Tulsa. So it was a 16-hour plane ride. And I don't know, 16
hours to get to Tulsa.
Because they stopped and started a million times and canceled my planes and we moved the thing and this and that. But that's not the important part. I was on the runway for an hour. We're sitting there. The pilot kept coming out being like, okay, it's going to be another 15 minutes. And then at one point he comes out and he goes, hey, our system for our computer is on loop. So we're going to shut it off and shut it back on, see if that helps. So God. Just so you know, the plane's going to shut off and on. And then he went in the room and goes, and then he comes on, he goes, I think we're good to go. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
Wait, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
He turned the plane off and on like it was an iPhone.
Yeah, and he goes, and that worked. It was like a modem.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you feel particular. You're just like, that's where we're at with the plane?
Yeah, it's just like fucking your Indian tech support.
Dude, honest to God, it was like screwing me up. Everyone was kind of like, what? The person beside me was even like, what the fuck did she just say?
But it worked.
Yeah. And then we ended up getting there. It is one thing that people always say about the Midwest, that they say the people are like over the top
Tulsa
nice.
The Midwest?
That's what Eric was telling me. I don't know that area, but he was like,
I guess it is,
he's saying whatever you'd call that area. He was like, the people, everyone you talk to, it is a weird thing where they almost don't, they're so polite that they barely talk. Like, say hello to me.
Hey.
And then they just sort of stare at you, and then it's like up to you to say the next thing.
Yeah,
like that was happening at every restaurant, everything. It was just like everyone was just kind of, you meet people at the thing. Everyone was just kind of like staring at you.
They don't have like the real Southern hospitality, like they're not South enough, kind of. So.
I don't know. Maybe they have it there too, but people are so over the top nice that no one speaks. So it's a weird thing. However, quickly, I feel like we have to discuss the WNBA dildo update.
Sure.
Because you've been sort of obsessed with this, posting about it nonstop.
It's been a fluid situation here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a run on dildos. There's a run on neon green dildos on Amazon. I posted about it a few days ago. Both of the two main dildo suppliers were like, when it says like there's only like 10 left kind of thing, like we're running out. And now they're both sold out.
That's so funny.
But if you think about it, because
that must have screwed you over, when you went in to get your mother load.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is really ruining it for the rest of us.
We know that you're a #1 customer, and we're doing everything we can to get the dildos back online soon.
They need to be neon green, but it's like there's this perverse incentive now with this stuff because you can bet on will a dildo be thrown. So it is this weird.
And you can rig your own bet, right?
Well, it's like this kind of infinite money glitch because you go bet on you go buy a $10 green dilly. Then
do you think the betting site would say that if you went and threw the dildo yourself, it doesn't count?
They'd never know though, because Polymarket's like
once you get arrested, the one guy who just did it, police reveal charges against WNBA fan accused of tossing sex toy on court. The guy's literally in the slammer. He got out on bail, but he's facing counts of disorderly conduct, public indecency, indecent exposure, criminal trespass.
Dildo? Come on, these charges aren't going to stick, and you know it.
He's doing damage. I think he's getting sex offender trials.
That's crazy.
They're throwing the book at him, no pun intended. Yeah, the dildo book.
The dildo book. I mean, criminal trespass, I don't get that because you're like, it's only criminal trespass after you've been banned from the, like, because that's what happens.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you streak, for example, like if you go streaking at like a
They're padding the charges. They're just giving him everything they can possibly hit him with.
They are throwing the book at him because you're like, yeah, you can ban him from WNBA games. That happens all the time. Ban him from the venue, ban him from the league.
There's so many people that got banned from NBA games. Danny Mullen got banned.
He got from a WNBA game.
That's what I meant, MWNBA. That guy Gideon went and did that sketch where he was pretended he was falling asleep and he brought a pillow and sat in the front row.
Yeah, courtside.
People have just been fucking messing with them nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, it's good content. But, you know, if you get banned, like, there's people who, like, apparently there's people who, if you, like, do stuff at, like, Sphere, like, people are like, yeah, someone smoked weed, and then they're like, because it's owned by Madison Square Garden, so then, like, the company, and they're like, yeah, you're banned from all Madison Square Garden, like, venues.
Yeah.
Period, or whatever. But then if you try and go, then they go, that's the risk is to go, well, criminal trespass you for trying to come
you were
back.
banned before, because they would never know. They don't check your ID.
No, they don't check your ID. They have like facial recognition technology. I guess that's how they do it. But still, you're like, yeah, you were banned before, and then now you're criminally trespassing. To say he's criminally trespassing, like,
it's crazy, like meeting a girl and she's like, yeah, I do have a charge, so I can't fly there. And you're just like, for what? And you're just like, it was, you know, I used to be bad. You know what I mean? I was the guy from the intro sketch. You're like, listen, I'm a fucking bit of a twisted guy. Then she goes, what did you do so bad? Let's just say you don't want to bring me to a sports arena. What the fuck did you get?
You don't want to be me, green dildo, a couple fucking high noons, and
I'm a bit deranged, so let's just say I've got some charges on my book.
Yeah,
you're the guy in jail for throwing dildos. I feel like you don't want to be that guy.
That's I mean, but it's honestly like,
hey, dildo boy,
yeah,
your presence is requested in cell block 4.
Getting raped in county jail.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just trying to fuck with the.
Oh, now he doesn't like dillies, hey?
No.
Do you like dildos? Oh, well, how about you try the real thing?
Yeah, but I mean, this is probably like, I've never wanted to tune in for a WNBA game, but now that there's
to see if the dillies are there.
Now if there's like, oh, there's a chance, like they should really.
It's funny, Danny getting busted watching the WNBA game, and you're like, why are you watching this gay shit? You're like, you don't understand. I'm waiting to see if there's dildos. You go,
if a player gets hit by a green dildo.
No, you don't understand. It's not. I don't like WNBA basketball. I'm waiting to see dildos.
I want to see the dildos. Yeah. But they should like embrace it, like, you know, the Florida Panthers, like whenever they like either way, when they win a game, everybody throws these little rats on the ice.
Rats?
These plastic rats.
Interesting.
Or whatever. Because
okay.
There's some story where like someone killed a rat in their like arena or something. I don't remember the exact story, but they all throw rats on the ice after they win. So it's like the WNBA would never embrace this. But
No, they would not.
No, they can't. But you're like, man, they win and just fucking dildos flying.
And just the
Probably
vibe courts just.
Yeah, it also hurts to get hit by a dildo from like the.
You would know. I wouldn't.
Up top.
And you're like, that's the part that I like. I like a little pain.
I like a little pain. Like some fucking Caitlin Clark just has like a dildo-sized bruise on the side of her face. Be tough.
Anyways, it's quite the debacle.
I mean, that's the thing. So now they're implementing bag checks, but you're like, people.
They already sort of did bag checks. They're checking them more thoroughly.
I guess for WNBA, because I don't even know if WNBA is like more women go to the games. I don't even know if that's true. But you'll still, man, you tape it to the fucking. You think there's some dude with a huge rod who's like having a trouble getting through WNBA security?
Nice try.
Just because, like, nice try, buddy. And he's got to go. And he's like, no, I just got a fucking huge piece on me.
I'm packing like that.
He's just like, oh, I got a fucking 7-incher on me. And they go, yeah, we're gonna have to take you to secondary inspection.
That's what Danny's idea. Just like a massive, comically large piece is 7 inches.
Well, that's the size of the dildos.
Just a comically large 7-inch piece.
Yeah. Well, I mean, flaccid. That's pretty fucking.
Flaccid.
That's serious.
Who measures flaccid?
Well, you're not fucking walking into. Maybe that'll be the protest. Is every dude just takes 10 Viagras and just like walks into a fucking WNBA game, just
That's
like rock hard.
It's my body.
Yeah, it's my body. You know, is that illegal?
Is it illegal to walk around with a boner?
With a boner, like is that falling into like public like indecency?
It's actually a pretty good question because what do you like? You have the argument to make that this is my bodily function.
Yeah, it's like my bodily function.
I'm just walking around.
I'm not naked. I'm not naked. That's what every dude.
I would. Yeah, and the police is like, put that away, and you go, what? I would if I could.
Yeah, and then every dude's just like right outside of the entrance, just fucking trying to get it up or get it going.
That part might be able to get arrested for.
Yeah, but then they all.
You have a pretty good point though. Could a bunch of dudes just technically be walking around with bones?
I feel like there probably someone would make a stink about it.
Yeah, but what would be the stink? They'd be like, you have to be inside when you have a bone.
I don't know. I don't know the legality of it. I think they would try and just like these trumped up charges here. If you're trying to walk into a WNBA game with you're fucking hard.
I mean, I wouldn't like it. Like, there should be something where a guy, like, I wouldn't like it if I was at a restaurant and a guy was just like standing there.
Yeah, like your waiter just has a hard on and he's like, I have a condition, okay? Like one of those, like, those restaurants where they hire all like mentally challenged people or like blind people. They're like, we all hire people who just like cannot.
We have people with the boner condition.
With the boner condition, so all your wait staff is gonna have boners.
Anyways, that's where the WNBA is at.
Yeah. It's good. The problem is they can't. They're in a corner because they can't embrace it.
I know they cannot in a million years embrace a funny joke.
And obviously, it is a little disrespectful.
I mean, it's a literally league full of lesbians. Like, you can't imagine they're gonna be like crazy embracing of humor.
Sucks for the guy who started it too because he can't even like take credit for it.
Oh, he got arrested probably.
Exactly. No, I don't think the original guy they haven't found, the first one.
He's on the run.
He's on the run.
Hide me. He's doing my thing where he has to put on a wig and then move to the East Coast on a skateboard.
He's in an attic somewhere.
I'm bad news.
Yeah, he goes, I'm illegal. I'm scared of ice.
Dilly Frank.
Yeah.
So the other quick one that was an update was, you were talking about this, but it is like fucking wild. So Meta just gave this guy a $250 million contract, 24 years old, over like the course of a few years. They offered him $1.25 first, and then he said no.
He literally was just like,
eat my dick.
Yeah, literally not interested.
This is, I mean, someone mentioned that this is the revenge of the nerds. The future is here, but I've never, like, it is to a level that is unprecedented.
We're living in Revenge of the Nerds right now. Dude, it's normal to wear a shirt at the pool. We're all wearing glasses.
That's the biggest thing, is they all put you in glasses.
We're all wearing glasses. It's normal to wear a shirt at the pool. And yeah, it's just like fucking these dorks are getting paid like fucking LeBron James.
There's going to be like frats at universities, and the football player is going to try to knock on the door, and they're like, he's like, I'm auditioning, for the, he's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
the guy's the cornerback. Like, who the fuck cares? This guy just signed a $250 million Meta contract.
Crazy dude. That's like a NBA Supermax contract.
Do you know how crazy it is to be at a place and they're like, that's the guy that just got signed to Meta?
Yeah.
Holy shit! That guy just got signed to Snapchat for fucking 80 mil.
Getting his autograph and shit.
Yeah, like that's where we're at.
I mean, it is.
They're doing a draft of nerds, and they all come out like the original commercial where they were celebrating the MacBook.
It is very telling, though, that like the value that these companies are ascribing to AI in the future is they're like 250 million.
Well, it's a guess though, but yeah,
it's a guess. But they're generally, they're not always. No, right.
I think they're treating them like the CEO thing where they go, the difference between the number one guy and the number three guy is way more than 250 million.
I think Meta signed I think Meta gave out a number of these deals, though. It wasn't just the one guy. It's just like a bunch of people got them.
This is a very different world you're living in, where the fucking smarty pants dude like that, without having to start a company, is becoming that rich.
Starting a company, and not in finance.
You're hitting 25 years old. You got $250,000 by quarter billion at 25, which means very likely you'll be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Just because you're like, this guy's sick at coding.
Yeah. But I mean,
and then all the guys who do video games became like the big streamers.
Yeah.
And the people that became video, like, the world has really, really done a topsy-turvy turn, and more than probably ever in history in the last 5 years.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's completely reorganized.
Imagine a nerd just walking down the street with his 10 hot chicks and just like 5 normal guys. He's just fucking giving them the finger while his bouncer goes and slaps them.
I mean, yeah, it's fucking NBA money, man. It's crazy.
Bigger than NBA money.
No, it's about, I think a Supermax contract is like, around. It's like 60 million.
That's going to be bigger than NBA money if it's not already.
It will. Well, it will be because
dude, this guy's going to be Mr. Steal Your Girl. These guys are going to legitimately live in a commune with fucking all the supermodels, and you're just going to be like begging, can I at least please look at them, Mr.
Can I please see it? And they go, no, you can have the AI version of them.
Is this a white dude? That's a question.
It's a white dude.
That's an interesting little twist.
Dude. Yeah. But also,
you'd expect it to just be like fucking a list of Chinese dudes.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some Chinese dudes, but the thing is, it is actually more than NBA money because a lot of it is probably meta stock. Right, it's not just straight cash.
It's not some funny money American dollars. Just kidding. That's what I was saying. I was saying that I got banned on Halloween from planning events because last time my girl wanted me to bring her to a haunted house, so I brought her to the Federal Reserve because that's where the real horrors happen. She said, "I don't find it spooky." I said, "I haven't told you about fractional reserve banking yet." And I go, "You want to see?"
Let me tell you what happened when they got rid of the gold standard.
Yeah, we want to see something really disappear. Look at that money in your wallet. It's currently fucking disintegrating before your eyes. If that's not spook, if that's not a jump scare, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's very scary stuff.
That's what I've been saying. But yeah, it is quickly. The world has never changed at this level of a rate where you go, the jocks are fucking getting just usurped by the nerds.
I know it is wild, but it's just
and it's not even just the jocks. It's like rich finance bros from like fancy families. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but it's only like
old money is just about to be spit on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But again, it's only the AI thing. Like, it's just like this specific...
Well, yeah, but that's going to be the entire world.
Yeah,
that's like 20 years ago being like, well, that's just guys that work in the internet in some capacity.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, everyone.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy times. Crazy times, man.
But first,
whoever thought you were just like going to fucking get your like computer science degree.
God.
You're like, I got $250 million waiting for me.
Who the hell?
And like you said, not starting a company.
That's the thing. Like you're not an owner of the means of production.
Yeah, you're just like you're not even like you're not even like a VP. You're like your employee number 40.
You're not steering the company in any which way.
Yeah, but
you're in the lab toiling away.
Yeah, dude, fucking Grok is getting in all the I don't know if you saw they have like this image thing now, Imagine or whatever, and it's all just cranking out gooner slop. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why like this is like we need this. Just like anime chicks who are scantily clad anime chicks.
So people type in their prompts of like what they want.
Yeah, and it's just like we talked about it
fatter. Fatter.
Yeah, but they have this new like
tongue out
image thing.
Tongue out.
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing before this actually. There's some AI company. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. Like, I'm just on my way over, and they're trying to make this like new. It's called Showrunner. It's like showrunner.ai or showrunner.xyz, something like that.
Where you just make a movie for yourself.
Basically, they have these like worlds where this is like this preset world, and then you can just make like, so they'll be like, yeah, say you like didn't like the ending of a show, you can just like make a new ending of the show and like all that stuff. And then
I want a new Seinfeld ending right now.
I don't know if it works for live action. I think it's probably all animated shit, and then essentially like, you know, it'll be this thing.
What if it's all gonna end up the same way? Yeah. What if Marge had her shirt off? They all gonna be used the same.
Marge said the N-word with her shirt off.
Yeah. I feel like the most original use case is just funniness and gooner shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be this AI stuff is fucking.
There's a guy that was because you know the places where you go, which I was just in one where like the Pornhub's off the map and you can't use it, which a lot of places are sort of adapting that, and it is bizarre, but it's maybe not the craziest idea to just be like at one point you have to put your ID in, so then
you have to save the kids from themselves.
It's for kids. That's the reason for it. Yeah. But the other side of it is like, you know, when they talk about like Epstein and Mossad and the whole purpose of that was to blackmail people. It's like, imagine, you know, there's just a leak where they know every video every dude's ever looked at. It's like,
I mean, Google has that. That's the thing. It's like Google has that. Google has your fucking search history. Well,
that's not good.
You're like, I'm using incognito mode, so they don't know. They know.
Well, that's a big topic right now. They've been talking about it. Chat GPT, basically, like, you know, people are asking it crazy stuff.
Like how to like get away with crimes.
How to dispose of the body. Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we log all this stuff.
Even in like, I mean, so many dudes are just like, you know, how do I hide my money so my wife can't get it in the divorce kind of shit? And then the divorce lawyers are like, okay, we want to see that.
Yeah. I actually saw a thing yesterday. Where was it? I think somewhere on the the news, and so there's like
it's a complete narc.
There's all these companies, like, so if you're like offering a remote job in the United States for like some sort of like computer stuff, you know, it pays like $200,000, like computer. So there's all these like North Koreans who are applying for these jobs, which I guess is like illegal, but it's being facilitated by Americans who set up these like laptop farms for like the IPs. And like this guy was like, yeah,
Kim Jong-un couldn't like that.
This guy's, well, there's like, I had a North Korean dude interview me, or I interviewed him over Zoom, and he had like a fucking white guy face filter on.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Or whatever, and he's just like, he's like, do you have something?
I remember the white guy face filter.
Yeah, the white guy, but some chick who like helped facilitate it by basically like, I think, you know, people provide like social security numbers and stuff like that to like help them get these jobs, and some chick got like 9 years in jail for it.
I mean, would you do a diversity hire job where you had to put the black filter on?
Absolutely.
Oh, Denny here. The Indian guy.
Your face and your accent don't match up. Oh, it's so diverse. I'm so diverse.
It's so fucking funny applying for a job with the Asian face filter on.
But anyways, the way they pop these people was they're like, one of the AI things was like they're asking AI all these questions about like what are the rules of football?
How do they know that?
I don't know. Somehow like
they hacked their AI. They hacked their chat.
No, like I guess like the AI companies are like cooperating with like the feds.
Dude, we're screwed. The new world sucks.
I know. And like, dude, they were literally
Danny's flipping me to be a doomer.
They were literally had questions like, what time is lunch in America? What are the rules of American football? It's like literally the Apu when he wanted to become a citizen. He's like with the big foam finger.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Do you have to ask a girl before you grab her ass?
Yeah. What's the appropriate way to ask for bobs and vagine?
That is mental, and I don't love it.
No.
But the guy that was trying to go to the porn thing in London, and he's making a whole big stink because he has all these face tattoos, so I won't recognize his face. It keeps saying he's wearing a mask, so they're denying him gooning.
Yeah, he can't goon. And he's just like, I deserve to goon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the most tattoo. He's the most tattooed man.
Yeah, and he's legitimately holding like a Gooner Pride meeting where he was just like, this is discrimination against fucking tattooed gooners.
I can't imagine they're going to make an exception for him either. Like, he's just like, yeah, I send in my photo, and they're just like, you're wearing a mask.
They might have a manual process where it gets figured out, where he sends in his, ID and whatever, but it's a lot of fucking effort to bust a nut.
Fucking, like, you're at like a Kinko's photocopying your ID to like send to the government so you could jack off on the internet. You're like, this sucks. Back to the fucking...
This is completely dystopian.
Back to the woods for me. Let's find some fucking...
That is peak dystopian. You're in line to get all your gear, and you're getting a passport, your green card, everything, just so you could jack one
off.
nut.
Yeah, just so I can jack off on the internet.
Your wife, what do you have on the schedule today? A lot of stuff. Don't worry about it.
Such a busy day.
That nut would be solid when finally all the stuff does go through, and finally they get you the green light.
I guess they'll
that guy's going to be in here for a while.
Probably what's going to happen is like there's just going to start being, it's going to go back to like, especially with how cheap hard drives are, where you can just buy like a fucking, a 10 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
Of just like every video ever.
I guess.
And you just go, this is easier.
It's better than having the government having my info.
Yeah, for sure. Knowing like
everything in the future has to be taking place in a cave if you don't want the government to be on your ass.
I'm telling you, that's what it'll be. How it used to be like the boxes full of porn mags in the woods. It'll just be like boxes of
hard drives. And you're like, oh, maybe this is Bitcoin. You're like, that's second best thing.
Second best thing. Yeah.
For a kid, it'd be better than Bitcoin.
It's like, those community libraries that they have where it's like take a book,
yeah,
leave
for
a
poor
book.
People, yeah.
Take a book, leave a book kind of thing or whatever. It'll just be like take a hard drive, leave a hard drive.
That's a real scumbag Los Angeles area with just all quagmires.
Yeah, all fucking just pervy dudes who are just like super sex positive people.
That's super sex positive, like family. Just take a hard drive, leave a hard drive.
Yeah, sex positive and distrusting of the government.
All ethical. The Venn diagram. Just very ethical.
Do you have to now, if you're someone who buys pornography, do you have to, like, is this verification only for like the free sites?
I think once you get a credit card involved, you maybe not.
Yeah. So if you're like, hey, I just want to go buy porn.
I think then you're putting your credit card, you're getting, you're on the grid either way.
At that point, though, you have a credit card. So
buddy, they're forcing you to make ChatGPT the ask all. And then they're just like, so every thought you've ever had and every question you've ever had. I mean, I think most people's ChatGPT logs, if you looked at it, you'd be like, this guy, who the fuck is Who's this fucking crazy psycho?
Probably some weird ones. I mean, you're over there just arguing with it all day.
Danny's over there. 4.5. That's nice, right? Tell me it's nice.
No, mine literally is like, how do I make shrimp kebabs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how innocent you are.
I don't actually. I mean, I use Grok way more than ChatGPT.
What do you do when you're wronged?
No, my ChatGPT is all like recipes and just kind of vague stuff, and then my Grok is all just like race and crime statistics. Because I know the Grok will give it to me straight.
Grok does give it to you straight a little better. Well, speaking of the positive moms, this is probably my favorite one. So this is, am I the asshole for putting a stop to my 12-year-old daughter's period party? And basically this mother forced their daughter to have the party and she didn't want to. My 12-year-old daughter is really shy and at a homebody. So the dad's writing this.
Yeah.
She just got her first period. Wife gets home later in the day. Daughter tells her what happened. Wife starts crying. My little daughter is growing up. Then asks who should be invited to the period party. Ugh. So the mother's a happy camper, you know what I mean?
Oh, and is it all like kind of like everybody? It's like all like red Kool-Aid, you know? Everybody drink your period blood.
It's red rum themed party. Yeah.
It's all like
red rum.
Yeah. It's all like that shit.
So the mother's in awe. She's like, "Oh my god, you know, finally," because she's had this planned forever, right? Like it's a quinceanera. Daughter immediately closes off, says she doesn't want a period party. Wife tries to enlist my aid in changing her mind, but I tell her she doesn't want one. Don't worry about it. So mom at this point is not taking no for an answer.
And are you inviting do you invite how does that work? Is it like
every pervert in the neighborhood?
No, but is it like kids from the school or like from the grade are getting invited?
I think the mother needs other families to come so she can show off that she's doing this.
Right.
I think that's a big part of it. You might have the kids there, but probably it's more important to have like the other mothers like her so she can be like, "Oh, you didn't have one for your daughter? I guess I'm just a little more enlightened than you."
A little more forward thinking than you.
But I think that's what happens. She goes to her daughter and she's like, "Yeah, obviously we're having a period party." And she's like, "I don't want to." And she's like, "Hey, can I speak to you for a second?" Turns the chair around like, "It's gotten into you."
Yeah, you're really fucking me over right here. You know how many red balloons I bought?
Yeah, what's gotten into you? I'm pretty sure they play 1,000 red balloons as a, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, pussy hats aren't going to wear themselves. So mother's not happy. No. The dad obviously signed up for this kind of bullshit life, but he's
just trying to call balls and strikes here.
Yes.
That's all he's trying to do. He's like, she doesn't want it.
Daughter doesn't want this bullshit. Obviously, I'm about this life. We do all the wacky stuff. I go to your poetry readings and everything.
Yeah, all the shit. But she doesn't want it. But she does it anyways.
2 days later, I got home from running errands, and before I could even make it down the stairs, my daughter runs up to me, asks if she can do her homework in my office. I'm confused, but I say sure. She bolts upstairs. I walked into the living room to find that my wife has not only decorated it like something which wouldn't have looked out of place on my super sweet 16, but there were several family friends, all women, a few I recognized as neighborhood mothers. So to answer your question, she's got every neighborhood mother. She's out there handing out flyers.
What a nightmare. Yeah, you're like, I don't want to make a huge deal out of this.
Right, and the mother's coming out running.
Like, what would you do for like a dude? You're like, your kid busts his first nut?
That would be the dude version.
Yeah, you're like wet dream party or something?
Yeah, this sperm party.
Yeah, the first wet dream.
Everyone comes in, you're wearing sort of, flipper outfits. Yeah. Everyone's the original Naked Gun, big condom on.
Yeah, giant condom on.
Safe sex, yeah.
He goes, old Timmy had his first wet dream.
And he hands him his first Playboy, not on a hard drive, old school. Pages stuck together, and just like he did it, just like
bush.
Just like his grandfather did it. Yeah, old school, full bush. I'm going to start you here. We're going to get you into the good stuff, but this is the door opener for us.
Not great.
Yeah, and then so the mother's having a flip out. She's got every creep in the neighborhood, all the other mothers, this bus driver from the local town. It's just 5 mothers from the neighborhood and 1 bus driver. She comes out. Here, you got the period. Nice.
And what, Bert Kreischer started this?
Yeah, why was
this? Well, he says there's some reference to Bert Kreischer, where like I guess Bert Kreischer, because he's referenced in this article.
I think Bert Kreischer had a joke about a period party.
Oh, okay, he had a joke about a period party.
Yeah. I beckon my wife into the hall. She asks where our daughter is. I tell her she wanted to do homework in the office. My wife rolls her eyes at me, starts to move past me, but I step in front of her. Yeah. So there's a big conflict in the Lib family.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, where is she? We're Coopers.
No, she wants this. I'm telling you, she wants this. She goes, she doesn't want this. She goes, she wants this. She goes, you know how much I spent?
You're making me look like a fucking conservative in front of the neighbors.
It's like, might as well just put a MAGA hat on me, huh?
Yeah, put a MAGA hat on me. If we can't do a period party, then what can we do? This is the conversation they had. Wife, going to get our daughter. It's her party. And then me. She told you she specifically doesn't want one of these. Wife, oh, she didn't mean that. This is an important time for a girl. She needs to know and not be ashamed of her body. Feminist mom. I'm doing my feminist mom voice.
Those real feminist mom vibes.
She needs to know she's not ashamed of her body. And then me, she's not. I already explained to her. She doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Wife, I don't expect you to understand that. This is for women. She actually tried to push past me. But is this not feminist mom to the max?
Totally. Out of my way, patriarchy.
You're sleeping in the basement again tonight. Dad's definitely spends a few nights in the doghouse. And I don't mean that figuratively. I mean that literally.
Yeah, he's in a little crate. Like a fucking just locked in a crate.
The dad 100% is doing his Zoom calls from his crate, and the other people at his work are just like, what's the chain link in the background?
He goes, I wouldn't let my wife do a period party for her daughter.
This is where I live now.
I live in the crate.
In the dog crate. Wife, I told you, it's for her own good. We can't let her grow up with a negative attitude towards something so natural. It's for her own good. I don't care what she wants.
For her own good to have a party.
Yeah.
Like, you're not making her fucking smoke a pack of cigarettes because you popped her smoking one.
Yeah.
You're like, she just has to have a period party.
It's for her own good.
Yeah, and I've taken all her razors away. No shaving.
Yeah,
16.
Oh my God. If this daughter's shaving her armpits, she'd be just like, so am I to understand that you're embarrassed of your body?
Basically.
Well, we have bigger problems. You're gonna have to go to therapy, and it's like, Mom, you already made me go to therapy 5 days a week. Well, we're going 6, I guess.
This guy kind of laid down the law, though.
Yeah,
Put his
this
foot
also down. He says he did in his article, but this might be the fantasy that he's writing out.
Yeah, exactly.
In his mind, he was like, she pushed past me, but I put my foot down and I said, no.
Everyone go home.
Yeah.
Period party's over.
In reality, he's lying on the floor while being used as a doormat while the local ladies walk over him. He's sitting there as a stool while 3 of the local neighborhood moms have their feet on his back.
He has to go put on the fucking tampon mascot costume and come out and entertain the kids.
That's what's actually happening. He's coming out and dancing like
tampons.
He's dancing like a human male tampon while the moms throw fucking tampons at him. And that's the game they're playing. He's in a dunk tank.
Yeah.
He's in a red dunk tank. But in his mind, he's writing into what article is this again? This is Reddit. He's writing into Reddit being like, and then what I said was, no. She goes back in the living room, tells the other ladies party's over because I'm being a jackass. Well, I love the feminist mom voice. Well, my husband's being a jackass.
Party's canceled.
I lose it. Follow her in. Let the women know I appreciate what they wanted to do, but our daughter made it explicitly clear that she did not want this party. My wife's trying to pressure her into it. Several of the moms frown at her. That's shame.
Shame. Yeah, they didn't like her. You're really giving in to him, huh?
Mothers hate that for shame.
Yeah, they hate accountability, too.
And he's going at it from a feminist angle. I'm doing it from what the daughter wants.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, she doesn't know what she wants because I'm the woman that knows all the best for all women.
I've had a period for my whole life.
And she sort of has the argument where she goes, yeah, and the daughter wants that because of society and you. What she actually wants is this, which I know because I'm a woman and I'm in tune with what they actually want, which is to shave their armpit, not shave their armpits, be gross, take period blood, wipe it on their face like fucking Rocky.
Last of the Mohican style.
Like Last of the Mohican style. And scream, I am woman, hear me roar at the top of her lungs before going to a poetry reading.
Nightmare mother, right?
My wife's been pissed at me for a week. She's been stomping around.
Yeah, just
this woman's stomping Tom Connors the way she's cooking around that house, angry camper, just stiff arming him, elbows to the face.
Yeah, you're like, just take the L here, lady.
She's not.
She didn't want it.
She doesn't even know if he cares for women's rights anymore, you know?
Probably doesn't.
Claiming I undermined her authority as a parent and I made her look bad in front of the neighborhood moms.
Oh, that's her real issue here. She's like, you embarrassed me in front of the other neighborhood moms.
That is so funny. However, that is vintage stuff and it's still going on out there.
Yeah.
Boys, Hims cannot solve snoring or blanket stealing, but when it comes to performance, Hims has got you covered. Take control of ED with personalized treatments made from proven ingredients, prescribed by licensed providers, 100% online. ED can make you feel out of control. Hims lets you take that control back with personalized treatment options, including daily meds that support more spontaneous moments. ED is more more common than you think, and it's simpler to treat than ever. Through Hims, you can connect online with a licensed provider, access personalized treatment options discreetly on your own terms. I've been a personal advocate for years.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that has been
Great
solved.
product.
It's a great product, even if it's
product.
something that you just need a little boost.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't even want to, on this podcast ad, get into some of the many circumstances that you might want it. That
You know you can
the
use
advertiser
it.
might not. Advertiser might not want me getting in the nitty gritty
No.
of why you need this product.
So you know you can use it. You know you want it.
Yeah, you're already doing it. Why not use Hims? Through Hims, you access personalized treatment for ED, like hard mints, Sex RS plus climax control if prescribed. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatments that put your goals first. This also isn't a one-size-fits-all care that forgets you in the waiting room. It's your health and your goals put first with real medical providers, making sure you get the results that you need. Think of Hims like a digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted treatments for ED and more all in one place. To get simple online access to personalized affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/boyscast. That is hims.com/boyscast for your free online visit. hims.com/boyscast. Actual price will depend on the product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Did I tell you I'm doing, speaking of wacky people, I told you know I'm doing a cruise?
Yeah.
It's like I've never have done, and you've told me that I might be a cruise guy, right?
Yeah.
But there's this like
I don't know if you would be a cruise guy only because I think I think you are like a mentality-wise a cruise guy, but then I could also see you not liking the rocking of the water.
Well, I don't care about that. I don't think.
Okay.
No, I don't. That doesn't seem like something that would bother me. But I've never done on a cruise, and no girl I've ever dated ever wanted to be on a cruise. They always see that as beneath them.
Sure.
They see that as like fat, like slop things.
Yeah.
Whereas I see that as like the pinnacle of vacations. And you look at the thing, you go, it's actually not sloppy. It's pretty nice. And you go,
Yeah.
but it's a
Depends how you
comedy
do it.
cruise.
Yeah.
It's the guy, I'm doing New York Comedy Festival in New York. And the guy who does that, he wanted me to do this. And it was like, you know, like a good deal. And then 9 of my friends are going. Like Sahib's there, Andre, Kim's
dude,
there.
sick.
So it's like,
Where
there's
does it go to?
There's Maddie Wiener's there. It's like 7 or 8 like people that I'm actually like pretty good friends with.
Where does the cruise go to?
Don't even know. I think it starts in Miami, goes to a few different places
Yeah,
every
just like
day, goes
Caribbean
somewhere
cruise
new.
kind of thing?
They have a gym in them.
Yeah. They're like, it's like a fucking mall on water.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like giant.
They have a casino in the cruise.
Yeah, they all
a
have
gym.
casinos.
I do like 3 sets, like 3 nights in a row. I do an hour, but it's not like you're the entertainment. It's like
Just one of the things. Yeah, there's probably music.
right. But my point was normally you're like the comedian. This is like they're billing it as like here's these famous
Yeah,
people.
it's like
which
the
is a
rock
little different.
cruises and stuff.
Yeah, it's a little more like that. Probably in between like a rock
Don't
cruise.
sneak any booze on them.
Because I think they're billing it as a comedy cruise, but I bet you some people are like, yeah, I don't know, is there comedy? I guess so.
Right, yeah. I mean, the comics we know who do cruises are like, these are hell.
Well,
Like
that's
when
the
you're
thing.
on
This
like
is
a
different
Carnival
thing, though.
cruise, and it's like, this is like.
But people who've done like, speaking of Bert Kreischer, people who've done like those type of cruises, or the 311 cruise.
311 cruise.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so I'm not trying to get deep into Sydney Sweeney because we've talked about that enough, right? But there is a race war happening in advertising right now. Not to mention the Cincinnati race war. There's race war.
Yeah,
the world is becoming like a bit of a race war.
Yeah, race war's popping off right now.
Does seem like it. So Sydney Sweeney's ad obviously became a race war, and then Beyonce released her one, which was the same ad.
Yeah,
but she's like,
what for? What was her? Was hers for American Eagle as well?
No, I think it was for some other jean company.
Fubu. Aniche. How do you pronounce it?
NYC and is it Aniche? Yeah, it's Aniche.
Is it Aniche?
Levi's.
Levi's.
So Levi's came out and
Levi's jeans for blacks.
But it's like crazy where everything right now is turned into a race war.
Yeah, I know. They really just did not like the fucking referencing genetics.
And then Dunkin' Donuts tried to get on.
Yeah, the Dunkin' Donuts one was weird just because it was like unrelated, and they're like, "What's Dunkin'?"
Dunkin' Donuts one made no sense, and it was a dude too. What are you doing?
Yeah, you also don't walk into a Dunkin' Donuts and be like, "Man, everybody in here has such good genes." Huh?
Yeah, exactly. This is the pinnacle
Hey, the guy
of
who's
humans.
just like fucking smashing a baker's dozen of donuts right now. He's got excellent genetics.
Guy's just burping out his 9th cruller. And you're just like, what? Who made these people in a lab?
I don't know.
The summer I turned pretty is the show that this guy's on, I guess, or a movie or something. I don't know what that is. Do you? You know, girl things probably better than me, but
Oh yeah.
Gavin Casalegno, and then in his thing, it honors his genetics while hawking the company's new drink. Look, I didn't ask to be the king of the summer; it just happened. The 25-year-old says, "This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer." I guess maybe the argument is they were saying coffee is golden and with
I
milk
guess.
in it, and he's golden.
What's the product he's hawking? Was there like a new drink or something? The thing is, I've never heard of this guy.
I've never heard of this guy. Apparently girls did. But the moral of the story is it's another one where they're just like, this is an ad for the white man.
Yeah.
And then the other, Beyonce is like, this is an ad for the black man. And you go, it's quickly gotten to a place where ads are like, oh, is that an ad for white supremacy? Or is
yeah.
you go,
sure.
Your ad now, is that white supremacy? Or is that black people are the best and diversity is amazing?
Yeah, I don't. People do not like. Well, a certain type of person does not like. Generally, a feminist mom type doesn't be like, I don't like you referencing genetics in your ad.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they do know what they're doing. It's not like the people that, again, probably everyone's talked about the Sydney Sweeney thing too much, but my point is, the broader point I'm making is with this, the Cincinnati thing, it's like, if you die, for example, you better have race be a part of the story in some way. Like, you better be a white guy killed by a black guy or a black guy killed with a white guy, or no one will care.
Nobody will care.
If you were
Of course.
kidnapped,
It's not news.
there better be a racial component.
Yeah.
Because there is
Nobody cares about intertribal violence.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about anything that happens right now unless there's a racial component.
Yeah.
New York Times did have a funny article. They've been having a lot of ridiculous articles, but New York Times has an article in relation to the Sydney Sweeney thing where they go, the right is obsessed with thinness.
The right wants you to die.
It is funny, though. How do you not write these articles?
I mean, to be honest, it's like, not to say that they're obsessed with thinness, but it's like the left was kind of obsessed with fatness.
Yeah, that's obviously what actually happened. Yeah,
that's what obviously happened. And then the right's like, well, we're not doing that.
And they're just like thinness. It was like, you at one point were having fashion shows where the person had a fucking peg for a leg.
Yeah.
And they were like 800 pounds
like
with a peg for
and
a leg.
beard, and was supposed to be a woman. And you're like, yeah, so you guys are getting crazy. So this is kind of just
I mean, if you think about
swinging back.
if you always bring it back to like your own house to make it, more, you remove the broadness in society, and you're just like, okay, imagine you had a wife that put on 700 pounds, and then you were just like, this is crazy. And she's like, you're obsessed with thinness. And you go, I mean, if you put on 20 pounds after a kid or 50 pounds after a kid, and you're accusing me of being obsessed with thinness because I wouldn't even give you a cushion, we have something to talk about.
Yeah.
But you want to be bopping around our condo
you're
in a mobility scooter being like, this wacky guy is like, he's
obsessed.
nuts.
And you're like, no, it's just like not healthy. And I mean, obviously everybody knows. You go like, even if you take physical looks aside, you go, let's just do their blood panels and see who the more healthy ones are.
Right.
Like the fucking, the Lululemon ads or the Nike ads from 5 years ago models, or like Victoria's Secret, or like whoever they got now.
Right.
Yeah, they're just like more healthy. I don't know.
They said that the reshaping, the right's trying to the Christian influencers trying to reshape beauty standards, promoting diet culture. Diet culture is always one that makes me laugh. The culture of dieting,
Which has like literally been prevalent nonstop since like what, the 70s or something. And
This
it's just,
toxic
like, literally it
culture
took like
of being
3
in shape.
years off of being in shape, and then they're like, this toxic diet culture.
always makes me laugh too. Just like walking around like many cities in America and be like, these people are obsessed with diet. As anyone from anywhere in the world walking around Ohio and saying that there's a fucking diet problem. Not to shit on Ohio. I don't even know what the right reference is for fat people. Who do you think's the fattest place?
That's a good question. Fattest place? I'd guess like Mississippi or something.
West Virginia.
Maybe. Yeah.
West Virginia had some beast when I was
Oh, well,
rolling
technically
through.
probably Hawaii. Is
Dude, you'd go to, it sort of like turns you, West Virginia, thank
There you
you.
go.
It sort of turns you off because you would go to a Wendy's and the people working at the counter, like so morbidly fat
Getting
that
high
you're
on
just
their
like, you know
supply.
what? Actually, nothing.
Yeah, I guess I'll try a Wendy's salad for the first time in my life.
Dude, it really does turn you off because if you walk into a restaurant and all the people serving and making the food are like so gross, you're just like, it's like walking into a store and all the,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to buy buy a shirt and then everyone who works there is like disgusting. You're just like, or maybe I won't actually. Yeah, maybe I won't buy anything here. Doesn't seem like it's working.
Yeah. I mean, that was, what was it, Abercrombie? How they had that whole thing where it's like you had to be like hot to work there.
Yeah.
Remember they had, I don't know.
And then it was Hilfiger had the OG actual racist ad. I think was it Hilfiger where he was like, I only want white people to wear my clothes, and it was legal.
Well, he said he only wanted white people to wear his clothes, but then he also let black people steal them. He was like,
Sure.
He's like, he had this something where he's like, yeah, we like let them steal our clothes because they like set the trends.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
He was really just letting it fly. Eh? Saying
Well, this is when you could say that, when it wasn't even that controversial, where he was just like, yeah, you know, like we fucking let black people steal our clothes.
did he actually say that?
I believe he did say that. Tommy Hilfiger.
Because even
Maybe this is some sort of racist fever dream.
Dude, there's so many fever dreams that became rumors back in the day. Nowadays, rumors,
yeah, it could have easily been a rumor.
rumors don't stick as hard because nowadays someone tells you something and you immediately look it up and you confirm it. But back in the day, you actually just lived thinking that that Marilyn Manson took out his rib to suck his dick. You know?
I know.
Now we is
Oh,
that debunked?
no. So it says, and this is from the ADL, so I don't know if.
Your boys.
But it says that's a rumor. Tommy Hilfiger fashion not intended for minorities. They're saying that's a rumor.
So he never said that.
Yeah, so,
I knew that was not going to be a confirmed one.
Yeah, but because you know what? As I was saying that thing, like about that was like definitely from when I was like in college, and it was like pre like when you could fact check this stuff. So I don't.
Rumors used to stick, man. Dude, they'd literally be like, "Oh, this guy." What were some of the big rumors? There's one actor one that I was trying to think of that I can't remember. Forget it. Do you remember any of those good rumors, like Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, there's like the gerbil.
The gerbil. That's what I was thinking
And
about.
what
Yeah,
was,
yeah. Rod Stewart and Richard Gere.
Yeah, Rod Stewart getting his
Rod Stewart
drank too much cum and had to have his stomach pumped.
Those were the three bangers. It was Marilyn Manson's ribs, Richard Gere with the gerbil.
Yeah.
And then Rod Stewart had his stomach pumped because he's
drank too much cum.
Semen.
Good shit, man. Those are better times.
Those are way better times.
That's the thing. Those are the times when you can just be like chopping it up with some random. You go, you hear about this Rod Stewart?
Yeah.
And nobody's like, excuse me. That's actually
Excuse
been
me.
debunked. And nobody knew anything was debunked.
Yeah, I liked it better when things didn't get debunked.
You just enjoyed a time when you all believed Rod Stewart had to get his stomach pumped from drinking too much cum. And you just go, yeah. These fucking perverted rock stars. This is the kind of stuff they
that's
do.
the kind of shit that they're up to.
That's
Worshipping
what they
the
do.
devil, Rod Stewart.
Yeah, that's what they do.
But so they wrote this article and they said it's defining what is normal and a very narrow ideal of womanhood. Basically the same kind of stuff you've heard before. But the reason why I did write some of the quotes down is because this one thing was really making me laugh. In a moment where we see fewer female leaders across the board, the idea that women should be physically smaller goes along the lines that they're not going to be the ones taking up space. So,
What?
the argument this article is making is in the Trump age, fewer women are in positions of power, which I don't even know if that's
I believe that's
confirmed
probably
or
not true.
I don't think that's true. But they're saying that in
Fewer
Trump's,
than men,
they're saying
maybe,
in
but-
Trump's America they need women to take up less space, and that's part of this diet culture is they want women to be physically smaller, so physically take up less space.
I always understood that taking up more space was like not a physical thing.
Me too.
Yeah, it was just
But I
more
think
like
that there's
a mentality.
the person who is writing this article feels like they did it at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
You know, the night
just
before it was due.
had to get it in and hit that deadline.
But that's just so funny to me, being like, women, we need to get fatter so we take up more space physically.
I mean,
a bigger presence. You go, it's like we don't have more women working, but if every woman gets 20% bigger, then there's technically more women in.
by mass.
Yeah, if you look, you go, what percentage of this boardroom is women? And you go, well, by mass.
Yeah, by weights, it's unfortunately 65% right now for some fucked up reason.
By people, 20.
Yeah.
Isn't that good stuff?
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy shit. Crazy shit.
I saw there's some funny things though when the internet every now and then. They're like Nelly Furtado, I guess, like really put him on Canadian royalty.
Yeah.
Like a bird.
Yeah, they're giving it to her and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right, so she put on like a bunch, and it was like a big Twitter. I think it was on Twitter where she posted like, "Here's her tour," and it was a photo of her, and the top comment was more like Nelly Fatlardo, like because like 100,000 likes. Top comment, more like Nelly Fatlardo.
Yeah.
That classic 8-year-old shit. Yeah. I'm like a cow. I can't fly away.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Of course.
Yeah. If you're like, I'm trying to think. What?
There is a point where you.
I mean, Marilyn Manson got pretty fat, and he didn't avoid the jokes and stuff. I guess.
No. Okay. By the way. Yes, if a dude that used to be skinny puts on weight, obviously he's going to hear about it. And especially if you're famous and if you're a performer,
yeah, definitely. If you're a musician, you just you got to do the Iggy Pop, just starving yourself all the time.
If you want to be taking your shirt off and all that sort of stuff,
but she's not taking her shirt off. She's wearing.
She's wearing skimpy enough stuff.
She has, but I think she was dressed fairly modestly at least. Which is
fine.
At least nice of her to do that.
It is true, and she plays the piano a lot, so she's sitting down. Whatever. Hey, once you have that much money, if you want to get fat, you want to get fat.
Yeah.
Like Nelly Furtado's not going to have trouble finding a man, No,
I mean, I'm sure the explanation is she's like, yeah, I have a bunch of kids.
And I don't want to, make this racial, but the community of people that she's probably dating is a little more accepting of a certain type of body. They're a little more body positive if you want to use the vocabulary.
Yeah. She does. How many kids does she have? I'm trying to see. She has got 3 kids, so she's pretty much.
This isn't about her. It's just about the internet is sometimes so fucking funny,
brutal.
It's brutal, yeah. And also immature. Like the internet does sort of always retract back to 8-year-olds in high school, or in elementary school.
I mean, it is funny. Nelly Fatlardo's.
It does seem solid. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
You can't beat a crappy little joke
if your name was Nelly Furtado in elementary school and you show up after summer and you gain fucking 20 pounds, you're just Nelly Fatlardo.
You definitely would have been hit with Fatlardo in my school.
It's just what it is.
You did anything weird at my school, you were getting fucking beat down.
And the kid who came up with Nelly Fatlardo is a fucking king.
He's definitely the king, eh? Kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring.
That's the guy who came up with Fatlardo. It's comic genius.
Comic genius, Nelly Fatlardo. I mean, just game's a game.
Katy Perry, Justin Trudeau seems like it's a little more confirmed than when the rumors were unconfirmed last time.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a pussy hound.
But the thing
he's got pussy hound in his genes.
He does have pussy hound in his genes, but his
mom, his dad.
The thing you forget is Justin Trudeau's like a prima donna a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing they say is the number, that was used to be in music, all of the jokes about musicians. The big one was how does a female singer change a light bulb? She just holds it and the world changes around her, or turns around her.
Yeah.
But that's there's no one that's more of a high maintenance prima donna than a female singer, especially when she's famous.
Katy Perry, especially. You think she's a fucking nightmare.
So my buddy.
Yeah.
Probably just a real chore.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, he's a good looking dude. He's young.
She so often comes home and she's in a mood and doesn't tell you why and takes it out on you.
Oh, absolutely.
You're just a punching bag and she doesn't want to tell you why she's in a mood.
Yeah. How old is she? Is she 40 yet?
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah. Maybe. So it's it's probably good for Trudeau, good for her.
Hey, nothing wrong with...
She's 40, yeah.
But good. I'm just saying, I think that he doesn't realize that he's not going to be the prima donna in this relationship.
No, and maybe he's fine with that. I mean, he definitely has way less money than her.
Yeah, they could have a reality show.
She sold, it says 143 million records.
Yeah, she's got cash.
She's got cake.
Cake.
I mean, I actually saw a thing of her. She was at Air Canada Centre or whatever, Scotiabank, and it's sold out. I mean, I guess isn't she?
Oh, she's one of the most famous people in the world. The internet just sort of turned on it for a second, but it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. She still is fucking huge.
Right. But that started it. The race war that has been heating up, that you've been talking about, a race war heating up.
Yeah.
Which obviously the internet funnels are heating up the race war too.
Oh, big time.
But every time there's a fight, and I did a video about this because they said Cincinnati street fight proves Mega's outrage over violence only shows up when race is involved, and you're just there's some truth to that, but also truth the other way, where you go, yeah, and you only show up when it's the other way.
It's just it's not worth covering. It's just like not newsworthy if it's a bunch.
Even imagine being like Fox News only covers when it's which probably is less to be true because Fox News is somewhat like racially conscious because they don't want to be seen about that. But if you're like the right-leaning internet is more likely to post on Twitter a fight video where it has some racial component like black guy beating up white people, and you're like, yeah, and then CNN's more likely to cover a story when it's white guy beating a black guy. It's like, how is this even? Does anyone even need to?
Yeah. I mean, forever it was like the refrain when like the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter, and everybody's like, yeah, well, it's like black people are like killing each other in Chicago at like a crazy rate, and you guys literally will not cover it. Like
it's not news like unless there's a racial component.
Yeah, it's just not news. It's just like mass shooting. You go, there's mass shooting every day in Chicago, and nobody cares because it's just black people doing it to black people.
Yeah. So. But I did a video about this where I was the guy who titles internet fight videos, and you have to title them all in a way to make it seem like there's some justice being served or there's an injustice happening that you can be mad about. Because otherwise, you're just gonna get you're like, okay, a guy punching a guy, like, okay, listen, I'll watch it, but I need there to be a race war component.
Of course, I mean there is probably some element where you're like, if you work at any of these news agencies, you're like, yeah, we do sometimes post these things, and they just like nobody cares.
That is maybe a possibility too. They're like every once in a while we do, and then they just sit on page number 85.
There isn't like this reaction, this visceral reaction to like
well, it doesn't tie into anything.
Yeah, it doesn't tie into anything. There's no. That's the thing. There's no injustice component versus like when someone is like. Has some crime committed against them for some characteristic they can't control.
Right.
And then you go, yeah, that's the injustice there.
But there is the politician.
Like if a tall guy beat up a short guy for being short, they go, yeah, the's something there.
It's
not exactly what we're looking for.
Listening.
Yeah, it's like it's not exactly what was the race. They go, they're the same race, but it's like the guy kicked a midget.
Well, this one they're sort of combined because in the Cincinnati brawl, if you watched it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is wild. So basically, girl gets like knocked out.
Yeah, chick gets and then they were like, and then they came.
But by a guy, right?
Yeah, by a guy. Yeah. And then they were like, called them the N-word. That's what they said. I don't know if that's been substantiated.
I mean, if I was a black guy that punched a girl, that'd be obviously I'd be like, she was yelling it. No one got it. What? Of course, I'd be going with that.
And I mean, honestly, like the country's probably fairly split on that. Where you're like.
Because the girl component too, right?
The girl component, but you're like, is that justified to beat someone up for calling a black person the N-word? And probably a lot of people are like, yeah.
This congresswoman, there's like an old black congresswoman. It's pretty funny because she's like cruising through the comment section. And what did she post? She goes, she's like
a city councilor.
City councilor or something, not congresswoman.
Cincinnati.
City councilwoman.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. She's like a politician. She's like 70 years old. And she goes, they were basically begging for the beat down. And it's funny, like a 70-year-old woman watching a woman get like punched out.
I mean, I mean, that is like the beating up a chick when you're a dude is crazy, regardless of what they say.
I don't.
But for like the guy thing, like I have thought about this, where you're like, because people will be like, yeah, it's like, like black people will beat you up for calling them the N-word or whatever, but you're like, really, if you break it down, it's kind of like a guy will beat up another guy for disrespecting them.
Yeah.
Like, go walk into a bar in fucking Tulsa where you just were, and just like white guy walk into a bar in Tulsa to other white guys and start calling every guy a bitch.
Yeah.
See what happens. It's like you're gonna get your ass kicked, and it's like he didn't necessarily. It was because you called him a bitch. It's because you disrespected him, and you're like, if you just keep doing that, it's like you're gonna get your ass kicked.
No, I think it's when some guys are like, you should not be beat up over a word, and you're like, yeah, pretty wishful thinking.
Yeah, like
you know
literally,
I mean?
That's what it is. You go, wishful thinking.
Go up to the Bronx and
go start.
I should not be being punched, and you go, okay, well,
yeah,
in the real world,
disrespecting guys as a guy, and just see what happens.
But the girl thing's
obviously like, yeah, like nobody will be like, yeah, this chick started calling a bunch of dudes a bitch.
It's also a get out of jail free card too, where you're like, why'd you beat up that guy? And you're like, something racist.
Yeah, something. You know what I mean? Of course. But nobody would agree. That's the thing. This is where this kind of flips, because you're like, people are actually like, yeah, she had it coming. Whereas if you took my, scenario where you're like, any chick who's walking around a bar calling dudes a bitch, you're like, she's not getting her ass kicked. It
is true, because it forces you when things like this happen to try to make make rules, but you're like, all you can really be is like, I would never in a million years.
No.
Like, there's no scenario.
You can call me a bitch a million times.
But there is no scenario where, like, if a woman's, like, punching a guy enough or something that you wouldn't be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have done that, but, like, at some point, you're like, yeah, that shit like that happens.
Yeah, like, he was
trying
trying
to,
to, like,
punching
he tried to walk out of there, and she followed him and was hitting him, and you go, at some point, you go, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I wouldn't.
And I think a lot of guys...
But this one wasn't. This one, in my opinion, wasn't that scenario.
No, and a lot of people in your scenario, people would be like, yeah, she kind of did have it coming. You're probably like 20% of people are like, yeah, under no circumstance. And you go, yeah, I don't know. As long as it was like not disproportional, you're like, she hit him 20 times and he fucking...
Well, the scenario that sometimes it maybe feels less crazy is when she's like beating up your girl and the guy like gets involved because he's like...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and then that's the kind of like the chaos. That's like the fog of war thing. Yeah, sometimes.
Right, so you're just on the internet sort of like backseat driving what's happening in a fight right now, but it is like... I do find it interesting to be on that much of a side where you're like a woman that can watch another woman get punched and being like the guys in the right.
Yeah,
and you're like a fucking city council woman.
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem like...
That's a lot.
You got to be heavily politicized
And like
on
not
your
even
issue.
like punched where she like got knocked out cold. You're like, it wasn't even just like a fucking gut punch kind of thing. It was just like, yo.
But the whole cycle, it's like an industry now because, you know, every time something like this happens, the news has their, you know, headlines. And then on top of that, she gets to go raise money. So it's almost like a get rich quick scheme in a way where like people should be doing TikTok videos about how to like, you know, incite a racial, like a racial punching on yourself to then go raise money. If you can incite a racial assault on yourself, there is actually money to be made. There is, you know.
Die Hard's a good reference for how to do that.
Oh, yeah. I think it might be hard to get your money if you do the Die Hard sign.
Yeah, if you do the sandwich
I
board
hate
in Harlem or whatever, it might not work out as well for you. But, yeah.
Crazy shit happened in Australia, though, the complete opposite. If you've seen, there's like 4 or 5 things, and I've been sort of collecting them, and then I sort of brought them all to the table today.
What's going on in
Well, I brought a couple of the best ones, but a bunch of stuff. First of all, they cranked down on like internet speech laws, right?
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of my friends who are like YouTubers and Instagram people just being like, oh, this is getting out of control what the Australian government's doing. Then the Australian doctor just got found guilty of professional misconduct for sharing Babylon Bee jokes. So this guy...
Dr. Cock?
Dr. Cock, so funny.
Let's read this article.
Dr. Jareth K-O-K.
What's his name again?
Jareth Cock.
What's that name again? It's Dr. Cock.
What's that name? It's Dr. Cack.
It's Dr. Cock.
Cack. So Dr. Cack.
Tough name.
Tough name.
Yeah.
Again, you wouldn't want to be at my high school.
Jareth
Dr.
Cock.
Jareth Cock.
Jareth Cook.
Cock's the name.
Yeah.
But Cock's like a boomer lib a little, right?
Yeah.
Or sorry, a boomer conservative a little, right? He spent almost 6 years suspended under emergency powers. He's been found guilty of professional misconduct for 54 posts. And all of the posts were just like straight up, like, what was it? Okay, so he goes, it
says like he denigrated LGBTQI plus community.
Yeah, but
suggesting that homosexuality was a medical disorder. Again, it's like if you're a doctor, it's like, you know, there's like a higher standard for you.
No, he didn't really. It was all of his things were just like
just sharing Babylon Bee.
Yeah, it's like I can't even think at the top of my head. Like, you know the shit that the Pope's brother was sharing?
Yeah.
It was like that kind of stuff. It was all just like 72 genders my ass.
Right.
Like, you know?
Yeah. It's just like very fucking basic shit.
Suggesting that homosexuality was a medical disorder. But it was like a joke that was, you know, Dr. Cock expressed sentiments of violence towards racial groups. Some of his posts about COVID-19 contained misinformation. So just like the usual just stuff that UK and
basic online shit,
stuff that like, you know, 20% of, you know, dads in the world probably think very normal, and probably there's a lot of doctors that go and have this, you know, have these conversations behind closed doors. But he's had 0 patient complaints, malpractice, 54 social media posts. Most of them were jokes, and it took his. Boys, let's talk about FITBOD, because whether you're hitting a plateau, whether you're bored with your current workout routine or new to fitness, FITBOD sets you up with a custom workout plan tailored to your fitness goals. You don't need a personal trainer. Let FITBOD help you get that summer body with workouts designed around your equipment, goals, experience, taking the guesswork out and tracking your progress so you get the most out of your workout routine. Among the many benefits of FITBOD,
Changing it up.
Yeah, changing it up.
Changing up's a big one.
The most of which I was just going to say is a fraction of the price you will be paying.
That is a big one
for
too.
a personal trainer that you have to now go meet up with at a certain time, scheduled in advance.
Calling you a sissy all the time.
Calling you a sissy
paying
all the
a
time.
man to call you a man a sissy?
That's what you're paying money for that.
You're paying money for that.
When you should
Get
be
in
paying
the
a
chair.
computer to do it.
Go sit in the chair.
Yeah, yeah, that's where you belong. This thing, they've sorted this out. FITBOD is a personal trainer in your pocket, tracks your muscle recovery, tracks the exercises you've been doing. It tells you new exercises. It takes the equipment that you have available and puts together plans for you. So it is a personalized workout routine that is based on your goals, fitness level, available equipment, workouts that adapt as you grow. It tracks your muscle recovery, fine-tuned by experienced certified personal trainers, and you can level up your workouts with customized fitness plans that work for you with over 1,000 demonstration videos. Help keep the gym interesting, affordable. Also track your muscle recovery so you know what to do, when to do it, and learn new exercises among the many other things. So get in shape this summer with FITBOD. Just join FITBOD today. Get your personalized workout plan. You're going to get 25% off your subscription, or you can try the app for free for 7 days at fitbod.me/boyscast. That is FITBOD.me/boyscast. They took his thing away, and then I'm just going to play this because this is the other one that was happening in Australia that was making me laugh.
Yeah. Can't believe Dr. Cock can't practice anymore.
Okay, so they have a machete problem.
From the 1st of September, when the ban on machetes takes place, we are rolling out through Victoria Police at 24/7 police stations the safe disposal bins. These will be at locations right across the state. They'll be locations where people can come and lawfully dispose of any machete that they may already have at one of these bins safely and securely. And we've done this because we want to get these knives off the streets.
If you've got a machete, can you imagine someone just, fucking huge machete, just like, I guess that is like sort of an Arab thing that they have the machetes.
I don't know, but
in Canada it was a lot. Like the dudes in Brampton would have the big machetes. What? A lot of the African
it's
guys.
like a tool to essentially like cut through the jungle. Like it is like a tool, but I mean, I guess I'm Googling.
In Canada and Toronto, you would see it. It was also a tool for like dudes that have fights at a parking lot in front of their Honda Civics.
Yeah, I mean, I Googled Australia machete attacks, and they are happening.
Oh yeah,
this one's from literally.
Okay, but I'll tell you what's not gonna happen
yesterday.
Is a bunch of like the type of guy that's coming to slash someone with a machete is not going to the machete disposal bin.
Absolutely,
being like, I was actually trying to get rid of it anyway, but I had nowhere to put it.
Yeah, I guess.
There's like no questions asked, just drop it off. I can't
literally like a gang fucking machete fight. You go, yeah, the gangs are turning in their machetes.
Oh, someone was just stabbed with a pen. We're gonna have a box for everyone to dispose of their pens. Oh. Fists. Someone did a punch in. We have a box. Everyone can come dispose of their fists in this box.
Yeah.
Doing another announcement. We now have a slingshot bin. If anyone wants to come drop off their slingshots, we've had a slingshot problem. Chainsaw bin.
I mean, yeah. Like I'm not like the most opposed to this thing. But because again, I'm like, I don't think you need a machete for self-defense.
I don't opposed or not opposed. I feel like it's kind of nothing.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
It's just these bins are so stupid.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine
Also,
like
it's like
a fucking like super like gangster criminal just like walking towards like walking there with his machete to drop off in the like community center machete bin?
Oh, that's what it was. They had a shopping center attack, and then this is the classic, like someone attacked a man randomly at a shopping center, and then they just go. And it was a 16 and a 15-year-old. And so then they just were like, okay, we're banning machetes. Good luck.
Banning machetes is one thing, but the machete bin to me is so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's like how they always had those like gun drives or whatever where like, remember you like get a toy, give your gun.
At least you get a toy.
Yeah, but you're like, yeah, the people who are doing this are not the people you're worried about, ever.
That's the point.
Ever. Yeah, so
Most of the people that are up to no good are not going to drop off their weapon in a bin.
I mean, there's some wild stuff going on in Australia. You ever see that video in Australia of these like two dudes in like a fucking, they're like in a mall somewhere, and they were just like getting into it, and the one guy just like stabs the guy in the neck, and the guy just like puts his hand here, and
What?
just like shooting blood, and then he just dies.
Yeah, I think I do remember that, actually, come to think of it.
I was making the rounds. Yeah, I mean,
It's just interesting out there that they're clamping down on a lot of stuff.
yeah, they're not taking our guns here.
Yeah. Do you think you'd ever get a gun?
Out of our cold dead hands. No.
I don't see myself ever
I'm not
having
a gun guy.
I guess if I had some scenario where I like moved,
Definitely a gated community guy.
I'm a gated community guy too, for sure.
It is really crazy.
You're a gated community. Drop the TAD.
It is really crazy when you go back to Canada and you go like, there's 0 gated communities in Canada. I think someone is trying to start like that movement in Canada where they're like, we need gated communities in like Toronto, especially with all like the thefts and all like the increase in crime and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just like a non-existent thing. And then like you go to like Florida and you're like, this isn't even like, these houses aren't even nice.
And you can't get in there. They have a security
They
guard.
have a
and
security
stuff.
guard, but you think you're like, oh, this is like a rich person thing, and like you got to live.
You're like, this place was $500K.
Everybody less. Like you're like everyone has a mansion, and then you go to Florida or like places, and you're like, yeah, this is like these houses are $200,000 a piece.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you remember when we went down to Miami that one time, and you were staying in a gated community? Remember you were staying in an Airbnb, and that was
a gated community.
That was a gated community. You had to go past like they had a little hut, and like you had to go past.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And you're like,
I
that
do
place
remember
wasn't
that.
like anything crazy.
No, it wasn't.
Like the area was normal, but like there, it's just like I guess crime. I don't know if crime's way higher or it's just like that's just a selling point or what. But like
Just how it works.
So normal. Just have gated communities.
Yeah, I could see myself though. Like, there is a scenario where maybe if I ever lived on a place that had like a huge backyard or whatever, and you set up a target and do target practice.
I mean, I don't think you could do that if you have like neighbors. I think that might be. I think the HOA might
don't see
not be too
myself-
fond of that, Ryan.
You don't think I could set up a shooting range in my backyard?
Maybe BB gun, just a.
But I don't think I'd ever. I don't think I'd ever have like the gun beside my bed sort of thing.
No, I don't.
There's
I'm not a gun beside my bed guy.
I don't think I am either.
No, I mean the thing is like if you do that, you have to be a guy who like trains to use the gun.
You gotta get.
And, like there's probably a lot of people who just have a gun under the bed. You're like, you ever shot that thing? It's like not really. You're like, not gonna work out for you.
But the truth is, the fact I've said this before, you don't need a gun as much as you need a house that looks like you're the type of guy that has a gun. So you put a couple of signs on your door that's like, my wife's a Democrat, sleeps all day, loves spending other people's money. Or my dog's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Like you have all these.
Yeah, just all the boomer fucking.
You have
stickers.
all the boomer signs on your door. If you were a criminal and you were going house to house, and this one guy's got just like fucking pure Trump MAGA shit.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, no question. You're like a bunch of. Probably you're less likely to get home invaded in like Florida.
Yeah, I wouldn't invade houses that look like that.
I mean, there is some element though where if you live in a place where guns are like just acceptable, where you're like probably the rate of all home invasions goes down for everybody because nobody knows, right? Like if you're a criminal, you're like anybody could have a gun. I have no idea at this point, so you're just like probably you would think like home invasions in fucking Miami are like way lower than
they probably are
in Ontario.
Well, you can't compare them thing to thing, but they might be lower than they would have been.
Then they would have been.
They probably
or whatever.
are.
Yeah, they probably are. Just because you're just like, yeah, it's fucking.
We used to have
anybody can
my
a
old
gun.
house
It's
that
gonna be
me,
a
fucking
shootout.
Jarek and Waldo lived in. The three of us, we had all these signs that said "Beware of dog," DAWG, and just to like bother girls. The girls used to say it was so stupid. Then in our kitchen, we didn't have any bowls, but we only had 3 dog bowls. Dude.
You guys were eating out of them?
Oh, we just barely ever fucking made anything. It was honestly mostly for like a joke.
Yeah.
And then we'd like, the girls would come over and then we'd put like, make yourself like a drink in the dog bowl and then just act like normal while you're drinking it. And the girls were just like, you guys are just idiots.
Correct.
We had like a lot of dog paraphernalia kicking around and beware of dog signs. But it was exclusively to like, so girls would be like, this is stupid.
That is stupid. Take their guards down.
I like that Tucker Carlson was getting in trouble because people were saying his dad's in the CIA and he lied about it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because recently
Well, he didn't lie about it. He admitted it, and then
he admitted it, then unadmitted it.
and then he was just like, I didn't even know. And then you're like, you said it on Sean Ryan's podcast last year that you found out that your dad was in the CIA and that you applied for the CIA.
Right. So he kind of said it, and then he sort of rewrote the story.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to me that everyone was like, you know, all of like a lot of right wing people, not all of them, obviously. I think some people didn't give a shit, but some people were just like, oh, this guy turns out to be a liar, because there's a bit of like a purity thing going on that side of the internet. But it was funny to me because I'm just like, they're like, he's a liar, and I was just like, nothing on the back scratches though. Yeah. He also 6 months ago said that a demon broke into his house and left all these back scratches on his house. I go,
that's above board entirely.
yeah, that didn't raise any red flags.
I mean, he also cost Fox News $900 million.
That doesn't make him a liar though.
Well, I think it was because he was lying about the election machines. Like that's what the thing was, is that he was saying that he like knew for a fact that the election machines were
compromised. The argument was that he was like saying to people in text messages and stuff like, obviously I don't think it was stolen.
I don't think so. And then he was just like, I guess maybe he's like, no, this is sensationalism for news. Or
that
whatever.
Being said, that you could also imagine a thing where people say different things with different people, because he was like, oh, I'm texting this person, I have to pretend that I'm you know, oh no, obviously I don't think that crazy thing, but in his mind he's like, I definitely think
and
that.
for the stuff he's saying now, you're like, I could definitely see him really truly believing that.
Yeah, 100%.
No question. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Women, we have creep of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go, my people.
Women pay me to teach them how to give great head, and their boyfriends thank me.
Wasn't this in
there's
old school?
No, there's a lot of these guys.
Well,
yes.
Old school, right? Where it's like Andy Dick is giving the blowjob lessons.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the movie, actually. I'm glad you remember it.
It's like literally Andy Dick, like doing the blowjob lessons. Is this gay bear dude?
Dude, this guy's bald, right?
Yeah, he's like this bald gay dude.
Bald gay guy.
Old.
I don't think. Would you ever send your girlfriend to blowjob lessons?
No.
Okay, would you? You wouldn't get her that for her birthday?
No.
I mean, this is the thing that I'm always kind of like arguing. Maybe not always arguing, but maybe I've once in my life argued this. But like, the issue for most people, if they've been dating a girl forever, the issue isn't usually that the blowjobs are bad. It's the issue is that they are seldom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So lesson one should be like, do it sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think there's a, you know what I mean?
Can we increase the frequency before we increase the quality?
I've had so many dudes that are just like, yeah, fucking never get fucking head like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't think I've had that many conversations with guys that are just like, she's so bad at head.
No.
Like the odd time you have a guy like smash a girl once and he's like fucking teeth on that one.
Dude, I remember there was this one girl who like literally like it was like where she just like couldn't figure it out. Like it was one of those
she
things.
get the magnifying glass and everything, still couldn't.
She's like, you have a pair of tweezers or something? I don't know what's going on here, but it was just like this one girl, and like it was one of those things where it's just like it was really hopeless. She just like couldn't figure it out.
What was she doing?
Awkward. I don't know.
Well, just show me. Punching it.
Well, that doesn't feel so bad. It was a lot of this.
The Indian sunburn.
Yeah, trying to start a fire. But besides that, you're just like, okay, you're now just on a spectrum of like, you know, acceptable to great.
Yeah, that's never really been an issue for me where you're just like this, you know, this.
Like, it's never been like, can you stop, please?
Yeah.
Like this one girl was
once or twice in my life.
We're like, can you please stop this?
But usually you're not just like.
Mostly I'm just happy to be there.
You know, sometimes I don't like it when they have all these techniques.
No.
You know what I mean? Date a girl that goes to blowjob class and she's doing all this stuff and it takes you out of it, all the stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes if it's too performative.
Calm down, yeah.
If it's too performative, you're just like
you're doing too much.
Doing too much, yeah. I mean, it's tough, man.
I could definitely see them going to this blowjob class and come back doing too much.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They put their hat on and they spin their body around.
Plus, if I knew she went to the class, and the whole time I'd just be like, so this is what it's like to get your dick sucked by a gay guy, huh? This is it's pretty good.
Why don't we cut out the middleman?
Yeah, this is pretty goddamn good. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know, man. Just something weird about that whole fucking shit. Sending your suburban wife to go blowjob.
Definitely
class by
not
a gay.
sending your wife. If anything, she's like,
I think they are sending their
yeah,
wives.
but that's crazy. There's one thing if you're
Who do you think they're sending? You think this is just
it's
like
a bunch
single?
it's a bunch of chicks who are like, let's go do a blowjob.
You think this is hussies going on their own accord?
Yeah, like fucking in old school. It wasn't like they send the wives.
I feel like you're wrong about that. I feel like it's mostly like suburban wives getting sent.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe you're right, though. I don't know. We can read the article and we'll see what he says. Good morning, class, he says. Welcome to Blowjobs 101. Please get out your zucchinis, put your knee pads, and get started. Zucchinis?
Zucchinis?
What the fuck?
Knee pads?
Dude, if your girl...
fucking comes out of the bathroom only wearing knee pads, you're like, what?
Fuck? Zucchinis.
Zucchinis and knee pads?
Seems pretty crazy. You could have just, we have plantains for everyone. You go, it's like, you're sort of
All right.
screwing me over here.
Yeah, what's going on here, bud?
Zucchinis. Today's instructor, me, is the last person you'd look on the street and say, that's a blowjob champion. Even I find my story hard to swallow. Brackets, sorry. So he makes a lot of puns.
A lot of puns.
He fancies himself a funny man. Whatever I've called my classes over the past 20 years, I've taught women and a few men how to give, it's funny, just one guy in the blowjob class, how to give a world-class head with and also becoming self-empowering and having a blast. See, right now, already, the fact that he's making it empowering for them is, I find that's going to be less hot.
Yeah, you don't want to empower them. We're trying to degrade you, lady.
I don't know. I'll tell you, you know what I mean? There's just something where you're just like getting ahead and you're like, somehow she figured out a way this is empowering for her.
Hey, stop smiling.
You're too
What are you smiling about? Huh?
I don't need them to hate it. I think you want them to be into it, but like,
Yeah.
you don't need to be an empowering fucking, like in her mind, she's listening to empowering music, just being like, you are a goddess, you are a queen.
Yeah. No, not great.
You're welcome.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's the attitude that I think I don't like yeah, you fucking like that, don't you? And you have to be, okay.
It's good.
Yeah, you fucking do.
Pretty good. I
Look at
guess.
this fucking Danny Polish enjoying himself. He's never fucking had one like this, eh? Love that.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm empowered. You're with a queen now. Okay.
Yeah, see, none of that stuff I like.
Right, me neither.
I mean, no talking.
I know.
No, definitely don't want to hear any talking.
No, for sure.
No.
Back in 2002, my theater friends were my very first class of oral students. So this guy's been pitching like ever since he was just around friends. He was trying to tell everyone
Gay
how
friends, and he was just like, anybody want a BJ? He's like a real good host with the most vibes.
He's been trying.
Hey, anybody a drink, a hot dog, a BJ? Anybody?
I don't want a BJ. I'll teach you how to do a BJ. You want a BJ? Being taught how to do a BJ?
This guy's a freak.
Yeah, it was kind of, remember when we were in, I think, Europe, and I said I had a knee problem, and the guy just immediately started working on my knee, and I pulled the knee out, and he gave me, and then he ended up sending me a whole plan of things to do with my knee. That's this guy.
Yeah, that's this guy. He goes, yeah, he's real fucking, I mean, it's his business, I guess.
Yeah, we finally reached a good place to stop after, my theater friends, we finally reached a good place to stop. After all this was an entry-level course. We toasted the future of oral prowess, ate the bananas, and parted ways. The next, this is what your girl's doing.
By the way,
hanging out with
his
a gay guy,
photo for the article is him holding a bunch of bananas, and then he has an entire banana in his mouth.
Of course he does.
A little bit sticking out.
That's the only thing that maybe you could teach them is be able to fucking get rid of the gag reflex. But
yeah, but I don't think that. I think that's just like you have it or you don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can teach that. That's a good question.
You don't think it can be learned?
I don't know.
I think it can.
You gag. I bet again, your chick's fucking doing gag reflex.
You were born with that one, so you're sort of biased.
Girls doing gag reflex training. You're just like, fuck.
Weird.
Yeah, you're like, she's a fucking, she thinks it's Joey Chestnut, a sucking cock. She just comes home. She's just like fucking got a banana, sitting at the kitchen table, just like, oh.
I don't like it either. I was sort of doing that joke when I first started comedy that the girl said she was an expert at giving head, and you're just like, well, you need 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. So she better have been the Goodwill Hunting where she just came in and she's like, you have a gift.
Yeah, it's preferable for sure.
The next day, I felt like a deer in the headlights when each of the girls' boyfriends tracked me down to thank me twice on the same day. A straight man I didn't even know, and said that A, he knows that I'm an accomplished cocksucker, and B, his girlfriend and I have discussed their sex life and knew that I knew what they were up to last night. So I mean, I can't imagine tracking the guy down. That's for damn sure.
Not loving just fucking shopping for produce.
You know,
the guy's got a fucking grocery cart full of zucchinis, and it's like, hey, are you Beth's boyfriend?
know what it is? It's the guy that wants to shake the hand of the chef. He tracks him down. Hey, you John? I just want to shake your hand,
man.
and want to admire your work. I want to say, keep doing what you're doing here.
Dude, great work.
You're doing a great service for all of us.
Tip you?
Yeah.
Tip you?
You got to be some loser to be tracking this guy down to shake his hand and thank him.
Yeah. My hope is that this just didn't happen and he made it up.
It can't have happened.
You
know, the only way that it happened is if he's when he said there's a few guys, this is his gay community guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it was the either gay.
Yeah, the gay guys for sure. Probably that gets around.
But he's acting like if your fucking girl goes to a blowjob class, comes back, gives you one, and you goes, where are you going? I gotta shake the hand of the man that taught you that.
Yeah. I gotta go right now. Can't wait.
Gotta say thank you to the man.
I absolutely hate that.
I also would not be a fan, my friend.
No.
I would never want to see that guy's face. I don't like the whole thing. I don't like.
Don't like any of it. No.
Like gay guys definitely think they can, push the boundaries with people's girlfriends.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No.
Well, I'm gay. What's the difference?
Like, again, if you're gonna go do these
yes, I'm
classes,
grinding on your
do
girlfriend.
it on your
I'm
own
gay.
time. Keep it a secret.
I've definitely had some gay friends that I've watched them do stuff where you're just like, dude, if you're a dude doing that, you get the shit kicked out of you.
Of course. Of course. You're like, just fucking grab a chick's tits.
Oh yeah, just fucking honk. I'm gay. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm basically a chick.
I think they're gross. So
Yeah, I think they're gross. It's just fun to do this.
just in front of the guy, you'd be sitting there like, what are you fucking doing? Your hands off my woman. Get your hands off of my woman. The darkness. Now, I advertise classes by, you guessed it, word of mouth. This guy has a lot of no laughing matter style puns in his business.
A lot of puns.
So he's sort of like a corny gay.
Yeah, it's corny gay.
Corny gay hall. Corny gay hall. He definitely should call it that. Word of mouth, and usually once a month I keep a wait list, small groups, Zoom classes. Zoom classes?
Zoom class. Dude, you come home, your chick's doing a blowjob Zoom class.
She's on Zoom with a guy fucking deep throating a zucchini.
Go on Pornhub. These women are professionals.
I think that's one of those days you've had a long day at work. You come home, you open the door. She's in the main area just deep throwing a zucchini on Zoom, and you go... You just grab your suitcase and you just walk.
You're going back to work. None of this fucking work from home nonsense. We gotta get you a job. You have too much free time.
Work from home is over.
Yeah, work from home just ended right now. And she's like, oh.
Have you met John? Hi. Oh, this must be Danielle. Oh, Danielle, you're gonna thank me tonight. It's like,
But like literally,
you're actually busy
If you're a
today.
woman watching this, you want to just go on Pornhub and just go watch 50 videos, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, honestly, though, you should also give them a list where it's just like step one, do them more.
Yes, that too.
That's 90% of the game showing up. Zoom classes. And then just because New York Times had all these like wacky articles, which I thought was like crazy, but I had a bunch of them, and maybe there's a couple on the Patreon, but this is a New York Times article because they have been sort of, they were the paper of record, then they were the paper of broken record. Now they're sort of floundering a little bit.
They're trying to figure out how to get their mojo back.
Yeah, and they're trying to make these deals to sell all their data for AI, and they're trying to figure out what they are. But they go, donor organs are too rare. We need a new definition of death. And they released this article by saying, and essentially the point of it was when people go... they're on life support.
When they're brain dead.
But sometimes they're not quite brain dead, but they probably really low chance. And we let these people sit on life support. But like we should be. This is the conspiracy that people say.
Yeah.
And if you're an organ donor, they're going to fucking kill you earlier so they can harvest their organs. And New York Times is out here with no irony whatsoever, being like, if people are organ donors, we need to be able to fucking off them a little quicker.
I mean, look, you should be able to, when you fill out your organ donation thing, just be like, hey, if I'm on brain dead, you can have my organ.
Yeah, that should be your choice.
That's your choice. But for them to just be like, hey, we're changing the definition of death, and you're just like, well, has anybody ever come out from this? And
What are they doing? Like, what is New York Times up to where this is the kind of articles they're doing?
And they're like, yeah, 30 people a day die like waiting for organs, and you're like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Do what the rest of us do. Go to China. Get a Uyghur one.
Yeah. Take a guy, bring him to your motel bathroom, cut his organs out, leave him in a pool of ice. Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty
do what the
simple
rest of us
stuff.
do when you need a kidney. I don't know.
You're better than us. You get to. And then there was one article here. There's a lot of really funny articles this week, and me and Tony did a pretty good deep dive too. Wife charges her husband for lunch, and
Who pays for the food?
Who do you think?
So he's just paying for the assembly.
She's a
It's like,
TikToker.
yeah, she's not buying.
Women.
She's like pure profit business.
It's a
ladies.
pure profit. This is a woman's side
He goes,
hustle.
yeah, it's a woman's side hustle. Your husband buys all the food. He does the grocery
The
shopping. You just make him the food, sell it.
The customer pays for your room, board, supplies.
Yeah.
You just put the salami in between the two pieces of bread, and voila,
You
$14.
just put the Kraft single in between two slices of Wonder Bread. Boom, you just made $10.
This is a can't lose business, folks. You need to get on here. If you are not doing this business, you are not caring about money. This is a get rich quick scheme that is a once in a lifetime business.
The only possibility here is this dude is like real tight wallet and just like doesn't really. He's like, he makes the money, doesn't give her anything, and this is like, yeah, I was going to give you this money anyways, and now I'm getting lunch.
I think I understand that you are right, that maybe there is some scenario like that, but if that was the scenario, the guy was that tight wallet, I think that guy would be like, okay, well, I can $7 for me to buy lunch on the way to work.
Yeah, exactly. Or,
Oh, you know how much a McMuffin is? It wasn't 14.
No, and he's like, and then I can eat at a different place every day versus the same fucking sandwich you make me every day.
Exactly. Yeah, because now I'm gonna start having some comments now that I'm paying. You know what I mean? But the
Starts up a Yelp page for us. Starts leaving the bad reviews.
fucking diabolical.
It's all 1-star reviews.
You leave reviews for your wife's cooking. Oh my god, dude, that's the best thing ever. Start a page for your wife's cooking and then leave bad reviews.
Hey, you want to be a business? We're gonna treat you like a business, I guess. Hey, you know, I leave good reviews, I leave bad reviews, and you've been getting a lot of bad reviews.
I'm
lately.
playing it fair, down the middle.
Hey.
I'm an unbiased,
Yeah, fair enough.
food critic.
Yeah,
You're sitting there. Ooh, that's not going to be good for the Ooh,
Well, Gordon Ramsay's not gonna like hearing about this.
that's going to be really bad news for the page.
Real bad news.
Honestly, I'm going to give you a chance to make it over again. You can make it up to me.
This is a little cold.
Yeah. That is funny though. You go to work and the girl just gets a notification. Boop. 2 stars.
2 stars. I asked for no salt and dressing on the side.
If you're a
And
business
this is
now.
quite salty, and the dressing was on the salad. So.
Yeah. A mom of 2. So she's a TikToker is what happens. It's more of, well, you said the other one was what happens when you leave a girl at home alone too long doing her work from home job. This is what happens when they become TikTokers.
Yeah, it's literally walking around the house being like, is this content? Literally scrubbing shit out of the toilet. You go, is this content? I think this might be content. What's the hook here? Oh, I charge him for it. That's how we get eyeballs on this.
You're so right. As a girl being like, I'm a TikToker, and you go, what do you talk about? You go, I made cereal this morning.
Yeah.
Is that content?
It could be.
What if I charge for the cereal? That's content. And then I make a TikTok about the charging. Then I make a TikTok about how other women can do this.
And cleaning up and just,
Yeah.
like, cleaning up after I eat. And
I think this is content.
yeah, it's content. Everything's content.
She posted the TikTok of the salad she prepped for her husband's workday. What really got people amped was the fact she charges him $13.50 a day for it. If he's going to spend it on McDonald's or whatever, he might as well, and he's going to be putting money in a stranger's pocket. Why not put the money in my pocket instead? And some people might make the argument, well, he's put a lot of money in your pocket in the form of paying for everything.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I think there's certain guys that are just like, okay, let's just, whatever your new hobby is.
Yeah,
fine.
of course. He goes, this is way cheaper than your candle business, and I get a fucking sandwich out of it every day.
At least I get a sandwich.
The
out of your
worst
new
though
business.
is if she starts like kind of slacking, and then you have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, look, because like this isn't. You know, I have certain expectations here. Like you forgot a couple things.
Because you're really
like you're
screwing
like
her
I had to
over.
go get lunch today, even though I paid you for lunch.
Yeah.
So it's like, can I get a refund?
You are right, because this is, instead of a situation where you're like, oh, thanks so much for doing that.
Yeah.
You have a situation where you're like, now valuing it.
It's
and then
essentially-
she's like, oh, would you make a sandwich? I made you a sandwich today, and you go, oh, I didn't order anything. I'm actually going to pick up lunch with my friend. She goes, well, you still have to pay me. I go, but I didn't ask you to do that.
She goes, I have a 24-hour cancellation policy, so it's like it's on the sign. It's on my website. So,
But I didn't want you to make it today. I'm actually kind of sick of them. And she goes, you're what? And then she goes, well, what am I going to post about on my TikTok?
Why don't you just make the sandwich?
So you're kind of like double screwing her over.
Yeah, you are really fucking her over. Although that's good content though, because my fucking husband declined my lunch service today.
What to do when your customer, when you lose your only customer?
Your only customer, yeah. I go, my only customer kind of, I think might be on the rocks.
Then you come home, like she has some other guy on his way to work picking up sandwiches, and you go, "What are you doing here, Doug?" She goes, "Well, if you would have bought my sandwich,
I wouldn't have to sell it at Doug.
I wouldn't have to take my sandwiches to the open market."
Yeah, that's like when they say, don't like hire your friends because this is that times a million. It's like, don't hire your wife
as your chef.
Because if you hire your wife, you might have to fire your wife.
Exactly. And when you fire your wife, you might as well, stick the bullet in your own.
Oh, buddy, just have to sit her down and be like, what exactly do you do here?
What do? You hire the wife, you have to fire the wife.
Yeah, maybe.
According to Ray, the arrangement keeps them both satisfied. He's fed and happy, I'm paid and happy. And really, it's hard to argue with that kind of symmetry. Sure. Also, I'm sure if you're like, you go, it's $13 a sandwich. I'm sure this woman who you pay for everything, if you were just like, hey, can I have $50? You also could have got the $50.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
however you want to slice it.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things. She makes you lunch every day when you go to work, and then she's like, I need $50, and you go, okay.
It almost does work against them a little bit because then she was like, hey, could I have $50? And you're like, yeah, definitely, I'll take 5. You go, what? You go, oh, you mean for free? I thought.
Yeah, like you want me to prepay for next week's sandwiches? That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I mean, we trust each other, obviously. You're my wife and all.
Every time you just go to dinner and you're just like, that dinner was $100, but it's like, obviously you'll make that money back up to me. Hey.
It's coming out of your end, clearly.
It's funny. You start keeping a ledger of how many sandwiches she owes you for rent. By the end of it, she owes you 80. You're like,
I don't even eat that many sandwiches in a month.
The way I slice it, you owe me 1,150 sandwiches.
Is bad business for you. You're never gonna fucking get above water here.
You're starting out at 1,150 in the hole.
Because I eat 20 sandwiches a week, so based on my math, not good.
Yeah, this is not going to be good for your business. Still, plenty of viewers had her back. He's absolutely getting his money's worth. The one that's just like...
Said another woman who works from home?
That's my mom definitely on the internet right now commenting on Facebook. Sounds like a good deal for him. Covers the cost and the time it takes for you. Her setup is less about profit, more about fairness. And more than a few followers agree that they should be charging their partners tomorrow. So she's done a very big disservice to a lot of guys. I too should be paid
that's
money.
Good content for the guy. Because my wife sat me down to explain to me that she's now charging me for sandwiches.
Yeah. Imagine that. You just fucking get
You're both making your own content at the same time. And,
you get a grilled cheese made for you, and then you get stuck with a bill, and you're just like... Okay, well then next time she's like, hey, we need money for shopping. And you go, actually, I'm eating out now. So you're going to have to buy the supplies on your own.
Or she's like, you want me to make you a sandwich? You go, I'm good. I'll just make it.
Yeah, I'll just make it. That is so true. Yeah, I'll just make it because it takes 2 seconds and it's $13 and I only get $25 an hour at my job. So I'll spend the extra 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. Good deal.
But the thing is, the one of the reasons people make food at home is to save money. And you go, you removed that, and you go,
yeah, I know. You literally, you
removed the one way that I'm eating your sandwich instead of something that I actually prefer.
That was the only reason why you literally make food.
It's the only reason I'm bringing a sandwich to work. It's actually kind of embarrassing to show up with a Ziploc bag with a sandwich.
Yeah, and now it's pointless.
Ray, who left her traditional job to be a content creator.
There it is.
Imagine she's like, I'm going to quit my job, but I promise you this is not going to be a burden. Day 3, she's like, your sandwich is $13.
She goes, so I left my job paying $50,000 a year to make content, but I don't actually know what I'm doing or have any content.
So that sandwich you owe me money for. Oh, fuck me. You're starting again tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're getting that, polish out that resume.
She's like, what, you want me to make content for free? She's like, I have to, she's like, I'm 10,000 subscribers away from even getting monetized, and even then, it's not going to make much money.
And you go, polish off that resume, babe.
Yeah.
Think this experiment's over?
Yeah. Another tough conversation.
She makes it clear she enjoys caring for her family, but she also values being compensated for her time and labor. The kids probably are paying the wazoo.
They order off the kids menu, so it's a little cheaper. It's $5.
It's not about greed; it's about equity, and also maybe a good Caesar wrap. So
Caesar wrap. That's the kind of shit she's making.
That's the kind of shit she's making.
Basic fucking golf course, like. Golf
microwave. If I heard that microwave going, I'd be fucking peaking. If I got that $12 bill and I heard a fucking microwave, Jamaican patty in the microwave for $4.50. Patreon.com/theboyscast. New episode every week, and we'll see you over there. We got some good shit, and like I said, me and Danny been working doing extra episodes and shit, so a lot of good shit.
Catch me Saratoga Springs, August.
Well, why don't we do it in the middle, you know?
Yeah, right.
But also catch Darity in Saratoga Springs. Second reminder.
Yeah.
See you guys later. Peace.